Hello, and welcome to episode 62 of my Let's Play Vanilla Minecraft. I am the great KHM. Never forget it. Anyway, so, you can probably guess what I want to talk about here. 1.8 has been out for a while now, as you know. Or may not, depending on whether or not you've lived under a rock. No, because I live under a rock, and I know. Anyway, so 1.8. We're on 1.8. And they still haven't fixed the interaction between the brewing stand and the comparators. They broke them at the end of 1.5, and they've never fixed them. I've seen people ask them other people to ask Mojang to fix the brewing stand comparator interactions. But Mojang's stand on the issue is that they function as intended. So, despite the fact that they are broken and near useless, Mojang is not going to fix them. This is a fact that I just have to live with. One that we all have to live with. That we have to deal with. We have to face. And I've been avoiding this room since pretty much 1.5 came out. Because, well, this room depresses me. Yes. This room, very, very depressing. All the work that I went into this, I even tried to make it look nice with graphical designs of potion bottles. Lots of iron went into the walls and ceiling. I even used the new redstone blocks to make little plus signs, so that it kind of looked like a medical thing. I don't know. This was really nice when it worked. That one's out of potions. Yes. As you can see, it did work. Wait. Alright, because I've been taking potions out of there. Yes. It did work for a time. And it was wonderful. And it was beautiful. And the amount of thought and redstone that went into this nightmare's creation is absolutely mind-boggling. I still look at this occasionally and wonder what the heck I was thinking when I did all this. And how did I do all this? I'm hitting my head on things. Okay. One of the quirks of having to redo one's computer is that you have to go reconfigure things. Yeah, so this amazing work of art, this feat of engineering, hasn't worked since the final release of 1.5. And a lot of redstone went into this thing. A lot of redstone. Oh, it's still going. Yes, so it's time to face facts. This is never going to work again. And having an auto brewery would be nice to have. So that's what I would like to do this episode. I would like to address this. I'd like to get a new brewery at least started. Now, I was thinking of just simply ripping out all of this and redoing this But we go back over here to the front here, inside. Am I lagging? Doing that, I'm getting 60 frames. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong number. Oh man, I am lagging. The heck? Did I... like... Oh, we're looking at 32 chunks render distance. No wonder. Let's set that back down to 12. That's a little bit better. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if we come in here, we can see that I only have 5 potions here, for space for 5 potions. But I believe there's like 14 out now. And I'd like to account for all of them. Now, for this I had to settle for 5 because of space requirements. I actually went 1 block too far this way. I think, maybe. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. Huh. Was it over here that I went 1 block too far? Yeah, it was over this side that I went 1 block too far. Okay. So it was in the back of the thing. Alright. And, so severe space requirements. I'd like to have 14 potions accounted for, or actually probably more for space, so that way I have room for them to add more potions to the thing. But clearly, I'm not going to be able to squeeze it in here. I mean, I was barely able to get this in, and had to do a lot of, I guess, micro redstone, or whatever it's called. Compact redstone to get things to work, which I'm not really good at. Now, the reason why I originally have the house all cramped together like this is because back when I originally built the house and designed it, these item ducts were the only way to transport items. And I had to stand at the very bottom to collect all the items. Now we have redstone hoppers, which is really nice. But, yes, so that was, that's why everything's all cramped up together in here. But, now that we have, the ability to transport items and things like that with redstone, I really don't have to focus on that anymore. And, well, let's face it, a auto brewery wouldn't have a central collection system like this, like the rest of my machinery here needed. So, we're just gonna put this into a different building. Now, I've been thinking about the design of the auto brewery stations. Just heat up here. Yeah, so I've been thinking about the design of the auto brewing stations. And, or stalls. I'm not sure what to call these things. Alcoves? What is an alcove, anyway? I think it's like a depression in the wall or something. I'm going to call these alcoves because I'm not sure what an alcove is. Yes, so, and that little sidetrack kind of lost me my train of thought. Oh yeah, I've been working on the design here. Pop into a creative world real quick. Here is the design I've been kind of working on. And, it's a bit different. Let's see, how does this work? Okay, so, instead of having a finite state machine, like I had with the previous brewing design, this more or less has, let's see, oh, I think we might actually have like 3 or 4 states here. Interesting. Well, anyway, basically we start off the thing trying to fill the brewing stand here up with potions. Now in the actual thing it'll be awkward potions. I'll have a separate thing to brew awkward potions to deliver to them. Okay, so we'll fill up with potions. And we have this comparator hooked up to the brewing stand. Now, the comparator cannot tell if there are ingredients in the brewing stand, which really, really sucks. But it can tell if it can tell the number of bottles that are in there. So if we're full on bottles, then it will send a redstone signal over here. Yes. To this thing here, this AND gate. And, well, we'll turn off this redstone torch, so it's not being powered there. We also have comparators hooked up to droppers up here, which is where the ingredients will go. And it will make sure that there are enough ingredients. If any of these hoppers are missing an ingredient, it sends a redstone signal along this redstone line down here. So as you can see, basically just have a comparator from the dropper to redstone torch, which goes to this line. So if it's empty, it'll send a redstone signal, and that will come over to here and stop the AND gate from triggering. And also we have this, are we at the point yet where this can work sort of thing there. But anyway, when this AND gate goes, we have this monostable circuit that is hooked up to. It'll send a redstone pulse over to this redstone torch here, which will cause this piston to retract and start up this standard redstone or item hopper timer. When the timer is done, oh no, wait, I skipped a step. Not only will it start the timer there, but it will also send a redstone signal up this line to the droppers. Start out pulsing this one, then wait a couple ticks, pulse this hopper here, goes down there, so oops, so that it doesn't interfere with the other redstone signal there. Pulse that hopper, so on and so forth. So this thing can handle 4 ingredients at the moment. Yes, handle 4 ingredients. And so it'll put the ingredients in, it'll queue them up in this hopper, and it will send them one at a time into the brewing stand where they can become potions. Yes. And when the timer expires, it'll send a pulse to this RS NOR latch here, which will trigger this thing here, which switches which hopper has the redstone signal going to it. So instead of being in a loading state, which it's in by default, it'll be in an uploading state. So when it's in a loading state, this hopper is getting a redstone signal. This hopper is not, so this hopper is able to put bottles in there. But when it goes into an unloading state, this hopper gets powered by redstone signal, and then this hopper loses its redstone signal, so it begins pulling bottles out of the brewery stand thing. And once it's empty, this torch will turn on, sending a signal over here, which will... Why did I do that? Boop. 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 There we go. Okay, so when the thing is empty, it'll send a signal to this RS NOR latch, flipping it back to the way it was, allowing it to send a signal over here to let the first state know that it's ready again for running. So, let's show this. Wish there was a clear inventory button while in creative. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll run it. Okay, it sees that it's full on bottles, so it's stuck in nether wart, magma cream, redstone dust, and gunpowder. And I'll fast forward through this. And there we have it. Wait. Felt like that triggered before the timer expired. Oh well. Anyway, no. Right. Never mind. No, that was perfect. I just confused myself is all. Anyway, so yes. So as you can see, it worked. Pulled out the potions, and because it's constantly checking, or it checks after. No, wait, hold it. Let me restart that thought. A little bit more organized this time. Now, as I have stated in the past, I hate synchronous systems. I hate them with a passion. I love asynchronous systems. Asynchronous systems are beautiful. The auto brewery that I had before, pure asynchronous system. It constantly got the information it needed to change states from the brewing stand itself. But we can't do that anymore. Now we can only settle for some information from the brewing stand itself, which really sucks. But it's what I have to do. So, yeah. So what we have here is a hybrid system that uses asynchronous systems along with a synchronous system. This timer here is a synchronous system. It's not actually connected with the hopper at all, or getting information from it. And yet the machinery is relying on this timer to know when the brewing stand is finished brewing its potions. But we're able to get information from the brewing stand about its bottle inventory. So we know when it's got full bottles and when it's empty of bottles, which allows us to set up an asynchronous system to help make sure that everything is all lined up. And also because we're able to use droppers, we're able to tell if we have enough ingredients, which also is part of the asynchronous. I probably shouldn't actually be going through all that, but anyway, yes. So, because of all that, if this chest here fills up on potions, for instance, the brewing stand will stop brewing potions because it will simply not be able to pull the bottles out. Likewise, if we run out of bottles up here, as is the case right now apparently, the potion process will stop because it's not able to fill up the brewing stand with bottles. And if it doesn't have 3 bottles in here, the whole brewing stand is on hold until it's able to get more. And with the ingredients, if it's missing even 1 ingredient, the whole brewing process gets paused again until it has enough stuff. So I don't have to worry about inefficient brewing of potions, where I accidentally brew like 2 potions or half a potion. Well, you know, like half the ingredients for proper potions. So that's really good. Yes, so that's probably enough of that mechanic. Now, one problem with this is pretty apparent immediately. The size of it. Look at this behemoth. This is a real monster. Now, I could do something similar to what I did before with my other brewery, where I have the potions themselves, or the brewing stand kind of exposed, and the potion is being brewed right there in front of you, with redstone cables leading away to the machinery that actually works or causes it all to run. I could do that, but that was kind of a mess, and I don't really want to do that again. So instead, what I think I'm going to have is have all the potions kind of just delivered into a chest inside of a room. But that means we also have to look at delivery methods. So, delivery methods and positioning of the thing here, of the brewing stand. So, if I put this thing above the alcoves, then it's fairly simple. I can just have hoppers bring it to the proper chest. But the alcoves will have to be spaced quite a bit, just because of the sheer size of the brewing system. Another option would be to build the whole thing under the alcoves and use a mine cart like this one here, which is full of aqua potions apparently, to deliver it to the alcoves. Now that has several advantages, but I can have the alcoves a lot closer together. I could actually stack these brewing things on top of one another to reduce space requirements. And just based on that, I might end up going with that. Yeah. But I'm not too sure. Yes. And there's also this whole delivery system. Planning to have 3 separate tracks. These kind of merge together into one track simply because I don't have any place for them to go. But they won't be in actuality. So, yes, and I'll have a track for each of them, for each ingredient. I'll have one for the unique ingredient. In this case, it's, let's see, oh, I have another word there. Because I don't have awkward potions being brewed elsewhere. But this would be like magma cream, for example. This would be the unique ingredient that makes the potion, that particular potion. The other ones would be like redstone, glowstone, and gunpowder. Yes. And I'll need some sort of way of monitoring levels of the... that won't be too difficult, so I guess I don't really need to talk about that. I guess now I need to come up with some place to build this. Yes. Don't have any place in mind. But I'll think about it. Alright, so that went both longer and shorter than I had expected it to. So, basically have another 8 minutes to kill before I can finish off this episode. So, let's talk about the placement of our new structure. Well, basically, it's going to be big, so we're going to want a lot of room. Now, ideally, I'd like to be able to see it from the house here. Oh, it's raining. I'd like to be able to see it from the house here, but that probably isn't going to happen because of another thing that I want. Because there's going to be a lot of hoppers, and a lot of redstone mechanisms and things like that. I don't want this thing to be loaded in a whole lot. So, we're going to need to build it in a location where I can hang around here at the house or, you know, pretty much anywhere, and it will not be loaded in until I want it to be loaded in. So, we're going to have to go, like, let's see, 128 blocks away from the house, I believe. You know, we could probably go more just to be on the safe side. But I still want to be able to move quickly to and from it. So we're going to probably hook up this rail thing here. The rain. You know, I like rain, but it's very noisy. You know what? In fact, there it is. Turn that down. There, now the rain isn't bothering me. Ha ha ha. And it probably won't be bothering you guys either because I'm going to be adjusting sound and things like that. Which is a nice thing that you can do when you have voice and game audio separated into tracks. So, probably going to have it connected to some point down here on this rail here. Probably shouldn't go with you guys all the way down this rail like this. But we're going to do so anyway. Now, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to pick one of these repeater stations. Did anyone check to see how far away house was? Whatever. Probably after this point it's probably good. Just have to find a good, decent spot where I can dig a deep hole and build a big building. Oh, I need to eat. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to modify the repeater stations so that they act as sort of, well, so that the one that I'm gonna be using to connect to the thing acts as a junction point. Oops. Let's see. Actually, I'm getting fairly decent frame rate there, aren't I? Yes, I am. I wonder if I'll get shearing. No, I won't, because this computer's too damn awesome. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna have to modify the repeater station to be a junction repeater station. That won't be too difficult, and I'm also gonna have to modify the stations after it to have one less bit, because I'll need the bit to turn. Oh, you know what? Right about here, yeah, I'm feeling it. Just right over here. Yes, oh. 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 This appears to be the last repeater station in the line. If that is the case, then, Well, this repeater station, or this repeater junction station here, is actually meant to go to the Ender portal thing. It's supposed to have a rail that goes off to here at the Ender portal thing. Someday I'll actually finish it. But, you know what? Maybe this is the solution. Yes. Let's see. Yes, okay. What I could do is actually modify this to be a double junction station and have one rail that goes off to the new building, one rail that goes off to the Ender farm, or I can just have a repeater station somewhere on there, but, you know. Yes, I'm feeling this green area here. This green area might be good. Well, actually, I suppose technically anywhere would probably be a good spot. Maybe this open field here, but anyway, this green area here with the trees. Yes, because I'll get to chop down some trees. I hate trees. Stupid trees, need to be burning them all. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so right back here maybe. Yes. I keep saying that. I need to stop repeating myself over and over again. It's probably side effect ADD. I have ADD. Can you tell? Yes, you probably can tell. Anyway, so, yes. Make use of this junction station. So, anyway, yes, so I'll probably be working on that off camera. And since I'll be working in this area, I might actually build this thing over to the Ender portal. Yes. I guess that's what I'm going to be doing. Off camera, I'm going to be working on this, hooking up this path to the Ender portal. And we'll see what sort of progress I've made in the next episode. How long have I been going for anyway? Oh, you guys can see this. So I've been going for about 6 minutes here. Okay. Yes. So, we'll go ahead and end this episode slightly early. No, wait. Almost forgot. I have some additional footage that I'll show you guys at the end of this episode. Basically what it is I was playing Skyrim, and I was going between two cities as a werebear, because that mod lets me be a werebear instead of a werewolf. About the only difference is kind of the model that's being used. Since travel's faster than normal running, I use that when I'm doing a no fast travel playthrough. So that's what I was doing, no fast travel playthrough. And as I was going along, the Khajiit, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, caravan went past me. Only they were curled up into balls and rolling. So the Khajiit caravan. Jeez. Let me think. Damn it. I had something for this. I had a specific thing that I came up for it. It was going to be a Sonic reference. It was going to be funny, and it was going to be beautiful, but now I can't remember what it was. It was like, let's see. Well, no, now that I've said all that, if I actually say it, it's going to be the whole joint. Yeah, the whole joint is going to be ruined. Don't want them joints ruined. Well, I don't know. It might still be funny. Nah. I'll just show you the footage. And, so, anyway, once again, I am KHM, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.